Good morning, student. This is our first video about DBMS. Our today's topic is ER model. ER stands for Entity Relationship Model. I, Aditi Prohit, Assistant Professor in Sagar Institute of Research and Technology, Bhopal. So let's discuss about ER model. These are the contents of our today's lecture. First, we have to discuss about DBMS, about ER model, examples, and different components of ER model. DBMS. DBMS stands for Database Management System. It is basically a system software for creating and managing the database. DBMS provides users and different programmers with a systematic way to create, retrieve, update, and manage data. And what does ER model? ER model stands for Entity Relationship Model, and it is also called High Level Model. Basically, this model is used to represent the pictorial representation of database, and it is also used to define the data elements and relationship for a specified system. Also, it develops a conceptual design for the database, and it also develops a very simple and easy design view of data. In ER modeling, database structure is portrayed as a diagram which is called entity relationship diagram. This is an example of entity relationship diagram. Here entity is represented in form of rectangle and attributes are represented in form of ellipse, and there is a link between entities and attribute. Basically, entity is anything, can be an object, can be a place or a real world object, and attributes are the properties of entity set. There are different components of ER model. Basically, three main data elements of ER model are there. First one is entity, and these entities are further divided into two types: weak entity and strong entity. Then attribute. The properties of entities are known as attributes, and these attributes are further decomposed into key attribute, or we can say that prime attribute, composite attribute, multi-valued attribute, and derived attribute. And the relationship between different entities are represented by relation, and these relations are divided into four types: one to one relation, one to many to one relation, and many to many relation. First, an entity. An entity may be an object, class, person, or a place. In ER diagram, entity is represented as rectangle. As given below in the diagram, there are two entities, employee and department, and it connect with a relationship: employee works for department. Weak entity. An entity that depend on another entity is called weak entity. An entity that cannot be depend, it is independent, that this entity is called strong entity. The weak entity doesn't contain any key attribute of its own, and basically this weak entity is represented in ER diagram in form of rectangle. Like install, here in the given below diagram, installment is defined as a weak entity. Then attribute. To describe the property of entity, we are using attribute. For example, age, age, student id, contact number, name, etc. Can be attribute of a student. Here in this ER diagram, attribute is represented in form of ellipse. Attributes are further decomposed into different type. First one is key attribute. Basically, key attribute are also known as prime attribute, and key attribute is used to represent the main characteristics of entity, and it can be represented as a primary key also. The key attribute is represented in ER diagram by a oval shape with text underlined. Here, student ID is key attribute, and the value of key attribute is cannot be null and it cannot be duplicate. Composite attribute. An attribute that composed of many other attribute is called composite attribute. Or we can say that a attribute can be decomposed into many attributes are known as composite attribute. Here in ER diagram we are giving example of name. Name can be further divided into three different attributes like first name, middle name and last name. Then comes multi-valued attribute. An attribute can have more than one values are known as multi-valued attribute. The double ellipse is basically used to represent multi-valued attribute. Here in this example, phone number is represented as a multi-valued and it can have more than a student can have more than one phone numbers. Then comes derived attribute. An attribute that can be derived from another attribute is known as derived attribute. It can be represented by the dashed over. Here in the particular ER diagram, student entity um, age is an derived attribute for a entity student. Age can be identified with birth date and current year. So it is a derived attribute and it is represented by a dashed over line. Then comes relationship. To represent the relationship between the different attributes, we are using relationship. A relationship is used to describe the relations between the entities. Diamond shape is basically used to represent the relationship. There are two types of relationship. Strong relationship is there and weak relationship is there. Strong relationship is represented by single diamond, whereas weak relationship is represented by double diamond. And there are four types of relationship. First one is one-to-one relationship. In one-to-one relation, when only one instance of entity is associated with the relationship, then it is known as one-to-one relationship. For example, a female can marry to one male and male can marry to one female. Then this is the example of one-to-one relationship. Then one-to-many relationship. As the name suggests, when only one instance of an entity on the left and more than one instance of the entity on the right associated with a relationship, then this relationship is known as one-to-many relationship. For example, scientists can invent many inventions, but invention is done by the specific scientist. Here in the diagram shows one-to-many relationship. Then many-to-one relationship. Many-to-one relationship, when more than one instance of an entity on the left and only one instance of the entity on the right associate with the relationship, then this type of relationship is known as many-to-one relationship. For example, student enroll for only course, but a course may have many students. This is shown by the diagram. Example is shown by the diagram. Then comes many to many relationship. In many to many relationship, when more than one instance of entity and more than one instance of entity on the left and more than one instance of entity on the right associate with the relationship, then it is known as many to many relationship. For example, employee can assign many projects and project may have many employees. In the diagram shows many to many relationship example. That's it for today. In the upcoming video we are coming with another video. Thank you so much for giving precious time.